Good people, finally we have the vehicle that you guys have been asking for. This is a 2021 Audi RSQ8 and it is one of the only two vehicles that you can find in the Kenyan market. Being a 2021 model, you expect the price to be a bit high, and of course the price on this unit is above 25 million shillings. Now let me put that as a cutoff because you're going to negotiate for it, and 25 million shillings is the last price that you're going to pay, even though the asking price for this unit is a cool 28 million. Now this is a 2021 model, so you'd expect it to have so many modern features, of course, apart from it being an Audi RSQ8. So as you can see, the car is actually very aggressive. It is a large vehicle, and some of the properties that you get in this car, or some of the features in this vehicle, are also available in the Lamborghini Urus. Now this vehicle is a monster. It's quite large. It's a vehicle that balances between performance and comfort. In terms of comfort, you get everything. In terms of performance, it is finely tuned to give you excellent performance. 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in only 3.6 seconds. So this vehicle is powered by a 4-liter twin turbo V8, which produces 591 horsepower, 800 Newton meters of torque. All that power is sent to all the four wheels via an 8-speed automatic transmission system, and that is where the Quattro system steps up. So all that power is sent to the four wheels via the Audi Quattro system, which is actually permanent on this vehicle. So if you're interested in this unit, the asking price is 28 million shillings, but you can pay 25 million shillings if you have that. You can pay deposit of 10 to 15 million shillings, and of course the balance will be paid in a period not exceeding 18 months. So it is one of those cars. Let me show you a glimpse of the interior. We have these large wheels. Of course, as you can see, these are 23 machine cut alloys. The rear brake discs are also vented and perforated, and of course you get these low profile tires right there. Inside here, everything looks very comfortable. Starting from the back side or from the rear side is what you get. So let me show you the interior briefly before we get to talk about the entire vehicle. Starting from the build quality on the door, you get this excellent finish here, and of course, as you can see, the door is a bit set high because the ground clearance on this vehicle is so good. Now you also get ambient lighting because this is a high-end vehicle, and ambient lighting is part of the features that you get on this car. Starting from this side, you have wood finish, ambient lighting, some nice armrest over here, power door controls on this side. You get some small storage space over here, large storage space, and of course you have this large speaker which is powered by Bank and Olufsen infotainment system. Inside here you get this massive space. Of course, as you can see, everything shows you that this is an RS. You get your RS badging over here, these beautiful stitches with the red finishing, and on this side you have your independent AC for the back side, so you have full setup for the rear ACs. Now this is just an overview of the rear side. Let me show you the front side. You have the same setup on the front door, and down here it illuminates here, showing you that this is an Audi RSQ8. So you get your Audi Sport lighting on the lower side. As you also enter the interior, you're being reminded that this is an RSQ8, which is a special feature for a car like this. The interior looks good. The cabin on the front looks amazing. This is the cockpit. So of course you have this beautiful seat over here. The headrest and the main body of the seat is fused together because this is a sporty car, and you have this bucket seat design on the seats. Electric seat adjustments also. You have a full digital display. Of course, you have a high definition display over here, large infotainment system, secondary screen over there for your daily operations on the vehicle, and of course you have your gear shifter over here and several other things. And of course you have this large center console because a car of this size needs so much space for its operation. Now the front passenger also is able to access all the amenities that you get inside here, apart from the steering wheel, of course. So in general, the car looks so good. And let me just show you the front side, starting from the wheels and the main section of the vehicle. So being an Audi RSQ8, of course you'd expect a lot of things. Having a 4-liter turbocharged V8, you need a large hood. Of course, you have this large hood here which houses your 4-liter turbocharged V8. It gives you up to 590 horsepower. Now let us look at the setup that you get on the front side. Of course, you have your matrix headlights over here. Of course, you see you have your double projector headlights, daytime running light on this side, which extends all the way to this other side here. Now, this being a modern vehicle, you get this modern setup where the headlights are split. So you get a secondary headlight over here on the lower side. So the other sections are here, and of course you get these other headlights. So this one focuses more on the road, while the ones on the top are adaptive. When cornering, these will turn a bit to ensure that the space that you is blinded can easily be highlighted. And also when you're facing another vehicle and the headlights are too bright, you can switch off some lights, and the other two will adjust the lighting to avoid blinding other vehicles on the road, because LED headlights are so bright and also they are so powerful, and at the same time they can see some good distance from where you are. Now, we said this car has a number of features that is always available in a Lamborghini Urus, and I'm going to talk about the carbon fiber. You have a lot of carbon fiber on this vehicle. Right here, you have a lot of carbon, as you can see, on the front bumper, on the sides over here, all around the grille. You have this carbon fiber housing, which is actually some good stuff here. It shows the quality of the vehicle, and also it is a lightweight material, which is also very durable. So in case of any damage, it is easily replaceable, and also it can take some considerable damage, and also it improves on the weight. So instead of using all that plastic and all that, carbon fiber is a bit light, but at the same time it is very durable and strong. The grille is good. You have these features which are all introduced in almost all the new cars. You'll find those setups over there. Your Audi rings, front-facing camera over here, a lot of carbon on either side, and of course, as you can see, the grille is so large to allow the engine to breathe nicely by allowing so much air into the engine bay. 591 horsepower is not something to laugh about. That's so much power, and at the same time, this vehicle needs some stronger brakes and stronger handling to ensure that the vehicle drives as it should. Now, in that case, we have these large 23-inch alloys. Look at this. Look at how large they are. These are very large, to a point that I have to stand some distance away from the car to ensure that I can capture the entire wheel. Multi-spoke alloys, of course, as you can see, they are so large over here. You have your RS brake calipers, which are pretty nice, and you have your ventilated brake discs, and also you have some perforations to ensure that the brakes are nicely cooled, to ensure that it is always performing at its peak levels. You're being reminded that this is an Audi Sport, yeah, and the size of the tires, of course, they are 23, low profile also. Now, a car of this size, a car that has all that weight, needs some good suspension system, and this vehicle has double wishbone suspension and air suspensions. You combine that and you get some good driving dynamics, good cornering ability, and of course, steering and handling of the vehicle is all determined by the suspension system. So you have independent suspension system that has a double wishbone and air suspensions. In terms of ground clearance, you can clearly see how high the vehicle is, so you don't have to worry about ground clearance. The vehicle is so high, you can drive it anywhere, any day, anytime. You can even see it's almost the same size as a Toyota Land Cruiser, or sorry, a Toyota FJ Cruiser. So I would say this is a large vehicle, very comfortable. It can traverse in any weather, any kind of road in the Kenyan market. And in other words, this is one of those cars that is an all-weather vehicle. Being a Quattro, drive it wherever you want, any day, anytime. Now, the rear side has some beautiful design also, and you get a bit of carbon fiber, just like in the Lamborghini Urus. Now, we are going to start on this side. So you have your mini spoiler on the rear side, which is pretty good for a car like this. Spoilers are nice. You have brake lights integrated onto it. Nice rear window over here with a beautiful wiper over here. Now the taillights are good. It shows the amount of technology that Audi is putting on these cars. We have full LED taillights, which are interconnected together with this brake light here. So it is a very nice feature. The vehicle looks modern, and of course it's something that most people would want to see in a modern vehicle. Carbon fiber also, carbon fiber on this side, your Audi rings over here. You're reminded that this is an Audi RSQ8, just to let you know that you're driving a beast, or to let anyone following you that the car in front is a high-end SUV. The rear bumper is good. The rear diffuser also is nice, and of course you can see some bit of also carbon fiber fitted right there. In terms of the exhaust, you have quad exhaust, two on this side, two on the other side. You have these fake edges over here, but still okay. The car functions as it should, and it is actually pretty good. The rear tires are good, large as you like, also same size, but here at the back you have smaller brake discs. They are also ventilated, and also they are vented to ensure that it performs nicely. At the back you have multi-link suspension system, which is nicely tuned to ensure that the rear passengers are comfortable and the car performs nicely. Now, in my last video, I showed you an Audi Q7, and there's a Q5 here. I can't see the Q7, I think. Probably it's somewhere. Either it's sold or it is somewhere. They're taking some good photos. No, it's somewhere there. Yeah, they count the front there. The white one is an Audi Q7. So if you want a Q7, you can go for it. Okay. Now, let me take you into the interior of this vehicle. I want you guys to see what you're getting exactly in this Audi RSQ8. And if you are not a subscriber to this channel, kindly consider subscribing, because this is what we do on a daily basis. Now, you have keyless entry. As soon as you have your key, you can access the interior of this vehicle. Of course, as you can see, the doors are frameless, and as soon as you open the door, the glass kinda pops up a bit, which is very much okay for me. That's a nice feature, no problem about that. That's very good. Now, the door is built beautifully because, yeah, this is a high-end vehicle. It gets carbon fiber also on the inside, two memory seat settings, door locks over here. You have these strips for ambient lighting, leather finishing with beautiful stitches on this side. In my last video, I said Audi doesn't use good quality material, but today in this Audi RSQ8, I can see some good quality material. Alcantara finish on this side, leather wrapped armrest over here with some red beautiful stitches. Power door controls on this side. You can open the tailgate from here, storage space, and of course, this being a high-end Audi, you'd expect high-end infotainment system. And of course, the speakers inside here are powered by Bank and Olufsen. So this is on the level of the Boommaster in the Mercedes-Benz, and the Bowers and Wilkins in the in the BMWs, which I personally prefer over all these others. But seeing a Bang and Olufsen infotainment system, I think it is also one of the best around. As you access the interior, that part illuminates to remind you that this is an Audi RSQ8, or a sporty Audi. The interior looks comfortable, especially on the cockpit. Several features are available here. As you enter the interior, being reminded that this is an RSQ8, just in case you're about to forget that. You have your Audi Sport finishing also on the mats, and on the seats, you're being told this is an RS. Right here on the steering wheel, it says an RS, and also the setup tells you that this is an RS Audi. Now, starting from this side here, let me show you right away from this section. The vehicle looks so good. It's so large. The steering wheel also is a bit large. You have leather finishing on the steering wheel. The entire steering wheel is perforated to ensure that the steering wheel can be heated nicely, which is a nice feature. Several other controls for the vehicle are available. Adaptive cruise control is here. Paddle shifters. This car can be driven in manual mode and also in automatic. On this side, you can see the top speed of this car is 320 kilometers per hour, but this is electronically limited to 250 kilometers per hour, which is still good. Automatic headlight controllers are here, carbon fiber on this side, some bit of storage space right there. Speakers over here, another large speaker on this side, heads-up display, large infotainment system which extends all the way to this side. For the newer models, it extends all the way to the front passenger. An infotainment system which is pretty good. Secondary infotainment system on this side, carbon fiber also on this side, large infotainment system that has ambient lighting inside here, carbon also on this side, leather and beautiful stitches. Gear shifter for the automatic transmission right there, electronic parking brake. You have your two cup holders right there, your push to start button, controls for the infotainment system are all located here. So in terms of practicality, the car is very practical. Everything is placed in one point where you can easily access them. On this side, you have your glove compartment, which is very much okay. You're being reminded that this is a quattro. You have this piano black finish. Front passenger also gets the same seats. The seats are heated and cooled. You have these beautiful stitches over here, and of course the seat has massaging features. So apart from the seat being heated and cooled, you get massage features right there. A large armrest is located here. A wireless charger, two USB slots, which is very much okay, and you have this large armrest. Now it's almost we are almost closing the showroom, so I'll have to rush you through. So basically this is what you get. You have these extensions to ensure that your under thighs are nicely supported. Now let me show you the rear side, then we'll call it a day, and probably you'll get to do another beautiful review another day. Now the rear side is pretty good, pretty much comfortable also. On this side you have this beautiful design here. Of course, you get your ambient lighting, carbon over here, and of course you have these chrome plated door handles, power door controls here, beautiful armrests with leather finishing, larger storage space, and of course a larger speaker powered by Bang & Olufsen. The rear side is very comfortable. 3 seats back here. 2 passengers can sit comfortably. If you have a third passenger, they'll also fit in here comfortably. The seats are nice, but unfortunately the seats are manually adjustable, which is a feature that is always available in each and every car, so it's not a special feature. Headrests are everywhere, and of course you have these drop-down armrests, which have the 2 cup holders on this side, and I don't think there's a space right there, so it is a pretty good feature for the rear side. Back here, the rear passengers are able to control the ACs. You're able to heat and cool your seats. So in terms of the climate features, you can actually access them without interfering with the front section of the car. Large air vents over here, and of course I love that the fact that you get these independent ACs for the rear side. Additional pockets over here, maybe you can put 1 or 2 things, and you have a panoramic sunroof on the rear side, which runs from the front section all the way to this side. So if panoramic sunroof is a feature for you, this car has that perfectly. And of course you have some lighting for the interior, which is pretty good. I think I love this. And yeah, for the rear side, I think those are some of the things that we need. In terms of speakers, we have so many speakers in the vehicle. There are speakers there on the curtains, and of course for the rear side you have additional speakers on this side, and also on that side there are several speakers. And here you have some speakers, some air vents to ensure that air is being supplied nicely all across the vehicle. Now the rear side, the tailgate is electric. Okay, so let me show you the rear side. Of course, we have an electric tailgate, which is actually so nice. You get up to 600 liters of boot space on the rear side. So in terms of luggage capacity, this Audi Q8 has no challenge. The only challenge that you might get here is it's a bit high, so lifting heavy goods might be a bit of a challenge, but it is a perfect setup for an SUV like this. On the rear side, everything is okay. 12-volt output, pockets here and there. If you need to load the rear side, you can of course press this part to lower the suspensions at the back to ensure that the height on this side is lowered a bit. So you have that as a special feature. Lighting for the rear side. For other cars you have very dim light, but for this Audi you have some powerful lighting over here, which ensures that you get to see clearly what is happening on the rear side. In terms of storage space, you have all these electronics over here, extra accessories here and there, which is pretty good. And here for an Audi, most of all those features are available there. So the stuff that you've seen here is a speaker. Yeah, this is a subwoofer, which is actually very powerful. It's quite punchy. So if you need a vehicle that has all that power, this Audi has that. And it's a beautiful car for 28 million shillings. I think it's worthy. The price on this thing is so high, but yeah, if you need it, you can always go for it. If you don't want this for 23 million shillings, you can go for the other BMW M8 competition, which is a nice vehicle. But if you need a high-end SUV like this Audi, it is available on this channel. So guys, make sure you subscribe to this channel. I'll see you in the next one, guys. It's one of those cars that if you get an opportunity to purchase, go for it. We said it is powered by a 4-liter turbocharged V8, twin turbo V8. So if you're interested, hit me up. We'll get to see you in the next video. Subscribe, share, and like. Thank you so much, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Now, before we finish it up, this is how it is. Yeah, yeah, it's a powerful unit, large as you like, very, very comfortable, and it's a car that demands attention. Yeah, guys, so if you need it, here we go, an Audi RSQ8.